Hi everyone, this is Cindy. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be making some spicy crunchy mango, and I have some mango here that has been cut up and washed. And what do we need for this? Some crushed garlic, some crushed hot pepper, some anchar masala, some roasted jeera with some cumin. Of course we need some oil, we need some salt, and for this I'm using a bit of brown sugar. So for our first step, you're going to put your water to heat up with a generous amount of salt, and you're going to add some of the sugar to that. So here I have my salted water with sugar. You can use white sugar if you don't have brown. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to add my mango in here. So I'm going to allow this to cook, not to get completely soft. It's still going to have some crunch in it, because remember, once I cook it later on, it's going to be cooking more. So you don't want to make it too soft, because you want it a bit crunchy. So I'm going to add all of my mango in here. I'm going to leave it uncovered so it can boil and steam up in there. I'm going to time it now, so I'll let you guys know how long I cook it for. So this has been boiling for like about 12 minutes. I'm going to remove it from the stove and drain all that liquid out, and then we'll move on to the next step. So for our next step, you're going to put your pot to heat up, and you're going to add a generous amount of oil, because it's going to be cooking for a few minutes in that oil. So I'm adding my oil now. So in case you're wondering why we put the sugar and the salt to boil with the mango, it helps to flavor one, and also it helps to take out some of the sourness from the mango. So once this heats up, I'm going to add my garlic, and I'm going to add my hot pepper to this. So this will be the point where you want to open your windows, because it's going to get really spicy in here. So at this point you want to open your windows or your doors. You might start coughing, so be aware. So you can test your oil by placing your hand like this. Once you feel that heat coming from the oil, that's how you're going to know it's ready.
Time to run the zombie.
So to your oil, you're going to add a generous amount of crushed garlic. That's what helps to flavor this mango a lot. And some hot pepper. You can add as little or as much as you want, or even if you don't want to add, it's totally optional. So I'm going to add this in here. We want to take all that moisture out from this. So you see how much oil I have in there? So this is going to keep cooking for a bit, and I'm going to show you the next step once it's finished. So this is what you're looking for when it starts releasing from the oil like this. That's how you know when it's ready. Because if you leave too much moisture in there, your achar can spoil really quickly. So you want to make sure that's really dry. So in goes the mango. So to this you're going to add your salt, because you want that salt to cook in there. You're going to add your salt, and I'm going to add a bit of that brown sugar that I have, and I'm going to give that a good mix. So once your sugar and salt dissolves in there.
Call me?
No, I will not call you, because you will eat too much.
You said your sugar.
So you're going to add your roasted jeera or cumin to this. I'm just averaging here. If you watch any of my videos, you'll know by now that I don't really give measurements. I just average. So I'm adding some roasted jeera, and I'm going to add some anchor masala to this. There we go. I'm going to give this a mix, and if it needs more, I'll add. So I just added a bit more of the anchor masala and the jeera. So once you add that in, you just want to cook it for a little bit, because you don't want that stuff to burn in there. Keep cooking it for a little while, because remember, you still want to keep this mango whole, and you want it to be crunchy. So you don't want to overcook it. But definitely make sure you taste for salt and taste for your pepper. And of course, if you like your anchar or achar more darker than this, you can definitely add more spices to this. But I think this is good for me. I'm going to allow this to cool down. I'm going to taste for my salt and for my pepper. And I'll put this in a dish and you guys are gonna see how beautiful this looks. Thank you, and I hope you guys try this recipe. It's very, very delicious. So this is pretty much done. I would say from the time we added into the garlic and pepper, probably like about 10 minutes. So I would suggest adding an extra bit of salt, because once it starts soaking in there, it's just going to be right. So I hope you guys try this one, and thank you very much. Bye.